Many people think that hospice is in place for residents that are in their active stage of dying. That is not necessarily true. So, hospice is in place for residents or patients that have a possibility of 6 months or less to live. So, the primary doctor refers them or requests for them to look into hospice. Hospice is in place for the resident to get their wishes met and their wishes made towards the end of their life. So if their doctor says that they have 6 months or less to live, they look into hospice, then hospice will be there to help them get through the stages of dying, the regret, the denial, the acceptance, all that. They have social workers to help with not only the patient but also for the patient's family, because many families are in denial of even looking at hospice because they think it's the end. Once you're on hospice, it's the end. You have no quality of life left. You have no chance of survival. But that's not true at all. Hospice is in place to help with the wishes that you may not know can be met. Insurance does cover hospice, so if you have Medicare or something like that, then hospice is covered. Another thing about hospice is they are there 24 hours a day. So if somebody takes a turn for the worse, you can call hospice and they'll be there. They'll send somebody out. They'll send out an on-call nurse to come and document and check on the changes that are happening with that patient. So hospice has a few different things that they can offer. So they have their number one goal is to keep their patient comfortable. So all the unnecessary treatments, say like vitamins and stuff like that, that'll all be stopped, because that is not considered keeping them comfortable. So something that is necessary for them to go, live day in, day out, like such as their blood sugar, that will be checked. That will be continued because that is a necessary treatment for their health. Their wishes, no matter what they are, if they don't want to eat breakfast or whatever they could possibly want, they want to drink pop every day for every meal, that is their wish. That hospice can put that in their care plan. They can write it down that if so and so requests this, then it's okay, or they just keep documentation and keep everybody in the loop of how to keep this resident comfortable. So just because somebody is placed on hospice does not mean that they are at the end. Because if they continue to have slight little changes or slight decline, they will stay on hospice. But as soon as they are consistently improving or staying at the same level of health and not declining at all, they'll actually be dismissed from hospice. They can always be put back on, but they will actually be dismissed until they start having changes, and then they can be reconsidered for hospice. But if you are having slight changes, weekly, then you're still considered for hospice and you're still eligible for it, because your health is still changing. It might not be changing rapidly, but it's still changing. So they're still there to keep you comfortable while you are in that quote-unquote active stage of dying. So hospice is a very good thing. It is there to help you stay comfortable as a family member, and they can answer all your questions, but they are also in place to make sure that your family member that is in their active stage of dying with 6 months or left as a life expectancy, to make sure that they're comfortable and that all their wishes are made. Thank you.